I'm his daughter-in-law. And he still blocks after telling him, I don't want my kids on his socials. Yes, we are back again with another Scott video. And I tell you this now, as much as I try to pull away, when the tea is hot, the tea is hot. But now we're in a position where the family has started to speak up as well. And it's not a matter of just the daughter-in-law, but also his son also speaks as well. And that's something that we're also going to, uncover throughout this video. But, it's just crazy because literally the other day, I literally spoke about how this man, if he has any ounce of respect for himself, then why is he doing this? Because all he's doing is pretty much embarrassing himself, given the fact that he's somebody that has 3 kids who are all successful. And also on top of that, he's somebody that, has a history of having a respectful job too. So for him to be in the position of the way he's behaving literally has not made sense to a lot of people in terms of the fact that he's always talking about his past and how such a great Samaritan he is. But currently right now, he's far from that. He's somebody that is hell-bent, well, to keep doing madness. But before we get into the rest of the thread itself in particular, and yes, I'll be reading off my phone, but it'll be clearer for me to do that. I will say this though, we are on the road to 50k subscribers. We're trying to get there within the next 3 days, or should I say 3.5 days, okay? I know we can do it. Come on guys, pull in the subs, 50k. If we can do this, man, you guys are awesome. And I'm awesome too because you're doing it for me, you know what I mean? But with that being said though, let's continue to see exactly what else was said. We haven't seen him since November. We've talked to him we've talked to him maybe 5 times since then as well. He never asks about our kids, the grandkids he loves to brag about, and uses them for content whenever he does show up. He also blocked my husband for commenting on his OF posts that he's doing is embarrassing and disgusting. And of course he is. Him opening up is very embarrassing, disgusting, and it's not something that any child wants to be able to tell their friends, family, or whatever. Hey, guess what? My dad is an OF guy. Nobody wants to say that. No, he's an OF guy, but he's always on social media smashing things up and being hella weird and being very unnecessary and unhinged. But hey, Scott only cares about Scott, and that is why I guess he is a narcissistic person. But hey, the daughter-in-law continues here by saying he brags a lot about this just to sorry, he brags about a lot that is just not true. Laugh out loud. We all told him not to do the show, but this is why, and this is why. When a narcissist gets fed, they thrive, and that's all this show has done. He's living in a delusion he's created, and sad part is I don't even think he knows what's true and what's fake anymore. For me personally, I generally do believe that he knows what is true and what is fake. I generally believe he knows what he's doing. Let's call it method acting. Now listen, I get it. Some people may be like, hey, Madzie, you're giving way too much credit to think that he's actually this intelligent to pull this off. To be honest with you, some people in this world are just good at improvising on the spot. And if you ask me, Scott is at a position where he just wants to continue improvising because, well, he loves it. Clout is a crazy drug. But hey, we continue. We tried interventions. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. He just because mean, so we stopped caring altogether. Also, this thing with the man is all fake. He's not taking a job in WV. I believe that's West Virginia. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's gonna go stay with this Amanda chick for a weekend, pretend to date, then fake a huge toxic breakup for content. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if that was something that was pending to happen next, because let's be real, this is scat now, and anything that Scott does definitely does not surprise me. I don't know if it surprises you, but it doesn't surprise me. But now we're gonna get on to the next thread. Now this thread here, in particular, is when the son gets involved. And in this one here, the son comes in and says, it was cool first, and we supported him thinking it would be something different and under his control, but he's exploded into something unrecognizable from the man that raised me. Believe it or not, he was a great father up until my parents' divorce. The show and the attention on social media has made him born a new of something, has something that doesn't even remind me of the parent that he raised me. As a man, you're supposed to look up to your father as an example of the man you should become. Now, now I know everything to not become. And you know what? Truth was said. Nothing but truth was said in that statement. And that is true though. As a man, even as a daughter, we look at our father as our superhero. As a man, you see him as your role model, the person you want to be. As a woman, you see him as a daughter, you see him as your superhero, the man of the house, the one who's always going to be there to look after you. Now, of course, we know that, with Scott, I don't believe he has any daughters, but either way though, generally speaking, the man, the father is meant to be, the guy. When he stops being the guy, it's peak. It's not good. It's not healthy. It's disgusting. But the son continues here by also saying, it's all good. I see a lot of stuff saying me and him get confused on arrest records and something about domestic violence. To the best of my knowledge, he hasn't been arrested, but I know for sure that I haven't been arrested for anything in my life, nor even accused. I have a squeaky clean background, and the only part of all of this is that it upsets me is that sometimes when seeking employment, I get confused for him, and it's sometimes an uphill battle finding a job. So the fact that his behavior has got to a stage where it's even affecting him getting a job is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Imagine that. Your child struggling to get work because daddy doesn't know how to behave himself, because daddy just wants to continue being, well, what we have grown to see Scott become, do you see what I'm saying? Which is so sad to see, because this isn't the way, this isn't how it should be, right? But with that being said though, move on to the next one. Now, this is when the daughter-in-law comes back in and says, he did save a baby's life, and he did coach soccer for our high school, but he stopped back in like 2018, 2019. He has done a lot of good things in his life, but what he's doing right now trumps it all. Hashtag Donald Trump. Just kidding, relax. You can't be a bad person and then say, well, I used to be a good person, judge me off my past, not my present. And that's what I said before. We can only judge you based on what you're showing us now, not based on something that we've never seen before. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's nice to see that, yes, he has got a past of being a good person. It's nice to see that, yes, he was, but clearly this divorce seems to be in the pinnacle point where he literally shifted, and then this is how he ended up becoming this person, which is so sad. I guess the heartbreak of the divorce obviously really took a toll on him. But listen, we've all been through heartbreak. Well, maybe not all of us, but some of us have. You know what I mean. And everybody knows what it feels like to go for heartbreak. But at the same time, though, it doesn't mean you go on a madness of embarrassing yourself, and most importantly, embarrassing your kids, because that is just utterly disgusting. Now, also on top of that, oh my days, I took a screenshot of the wrong one. Now, there was another screenshot that I, for some reason, don't have here. I did take a screenshot of it, for some reason it has disappeared off my freaking thing. But the other screenshot that I did take, well, I was supposed to take, shall I say, was the one of the daughter also. Nope, hold on a minute. I've got it right here. I've still got it. I just need to find the right. Nope, it's not that one. My apologies. Nope, there we go. What stroke? That never happened. So that stroke that he's always spoke about, well, apparently according to the daughter-in-law, it was a lie. It was never a real thing. You know what's so crazy? We've had to put up with Mary right now faking cancer. You know, lying about the whole cancer situation. We've had to put up with that for a while now, right? And we are still addressing that BS. But it's kind of annoying, because I guess when we found out about Mary and this cancer that she obviously now admit that she never had, we was all outrageous because of how triggering that is. But to now find out that Scott was lying about the stroke, the thing that's so annoying about it is that the whole time we had no reason to not believe him. I don't think anybody doubted the fact that he had this stroke. But to now find out that we actually trusted his information is actually quite annoying. I mean, listen, I get it. We never had any reason to question him, because he never necessarily had a reason. He didn't give us a reason to question the stroke. You know, he never gave us that. But to now find out that this stroke legitimately didn't happen, wow, I just feel like it hurts more than when Mary told us about the cancer situation. Only because with Mary, I expect her to be lying, because that's her trait, annoyingly. With Scott, on the other hand, I don't know why. But this is very disappointing. If this is true, this is very, very even more disappointing. This adds more fuel to the fire. The fact that this stroke never even happened. But he kept talking about it, trying to tell us all this BS. You know, it's one thing to be embarrassed and disgusting so much that your kids are now speaking up against you. But it's a whole another thing now where on top of that, they're even exposing the fact that you even lied about a stroke just for sympathy. Given that the fact that these two people that have come across really are the son and really are the daughter-in-law, but obviously right now we can say all of this stuff is alleged. We can't say stature, right? Because we don't know for sure if these people are legit who they say they are. But if they are who they say they are, and to find out that this man, it's just annoying, because I'm not surprised, but it's annoying because he never gave us doubt to question him in this one. Does that make sense, you know? But nonetheless, though, I'm concerned. All I know is this is a very simple thing that Scott should really think about. The fact that the person that is on here claiming to be your son, the fact that they say that you are embarrassing them and what you're doing is disgusting and you block them, that is poor parenting. That is selfish, 100%. And to now find out that you lied about a stroke, that is absolutely disgusting. And to also find out about the kids that you've been speaking about, the grandkids you've been speaking about, the fact that you haven't even been there for them is also very disgusting to hear, very upsetting to hear. You're using kids, potentially, allegedly. You're using a stroke that never happened, allegedly. Embarrassing your kids, allegedly. But here's the thing though, let me remove the word allegedly. Let's say all of these things are true. We may not know about the kid part necessarily being true, nor will we know about the stroke part being true because we don't know for sure if these people are who they are. But one thing that we do know for sure is this. What he's doing is 100% disgusting and 100% is embarrassing. Because if I was his child, he would not be my father anymore. 100%. And to hear that the guy who's claiming to be son is now struggling to find work because of Scott's, because of the name. If this is something that's actually happening and you don't care that you're affecting the work of your kids, that is wild. You can hate me or like, hate me all you like, project your anger at me all you like. That doesn't change a thing. No matter what hate you say you have towards me or whatever it is that you have towards me, I understand this. It doesn't change the fact that you have failed in your responsibility to continue being the great father that you was once upon a time. And that is a very sad thing. Take what I say as negative, take what I say as bullying, take it in whatever eye you want to look at it in. But it doesn't change the fact that what you have become, what you're doing is still 100% going to embarrass your family. The one that you apparently, allegedly, you was once upon a time a great father too. You got a divorce, boo-hoo, get over it. You're supposed to be a man, not a freaking weakling. Yeah. Nonetheless though, let me know what you're thinking down below. We can talk about it. And like I said before, we're on the road to 50K. I believe that we can make it happen before the end of the month. Come on now, a couple more days left. Let's see if we can pull in numbers. Pull in as much numbers as we can of subscribers. But hey, peace.